Welcome back, Kitcherites. We're going to do a trailer review. Things might look a little differently. We're testing some stuff out. I had a problem with my PC crashing, which made me reinstall Windows, so I had to redo my entire OBS. So now we see we have some, put a few things on there. We got a little Okatura over here, and we got a nice little stare down from Miko over there. Because it looks like it's like recording everything in my widescreen format, so we'll see how it looks when it comes to YouTube. But I digress. Let us get to the nitty gritty. I've already watched the trailer, so it's not really like I could watch it again and play it for everyone again, but do a reaction to it. But just go watch it on your own. You should probably usually do that before you watch it. A lot of these trailer breakdowns, anyways. Turn down the volume. I do have the TV on in the background, so hope that sound's not coming through too well. All right, so we are going to talk about the Masters of the Universe trailer. This is a movie, my most hyped for movie of the year. Yes, I know there's a little Doomsday movie coming out, and I know they're doing my boy Scotty here really well. They have a Cyclops trailer that came out, but I still support my He-Man over here too, with a Skeletor face battling Godzilla over there. So yes, this is a movie when I heard it's been in development hell forever, and it's like changed. I think studio heads a few times. So finally, someone, MGM, Amazon grabbed onto it, and they're making it. So I've been looking excited. It's got a pretty studded cast. I've already had a few little controversies from the normal crowd who just likes to grift and hate everything because that's the only way they get their jollies off. And they don't realize that they're a dying breed because everyone's just gotten bored with them, but whatever. But let's get into the trailer. So we start with a shot of Eternia. And boom. That's the sorceress right there, by the way. I've watched a couple people talking about this trailer, and no one has picked that up. It's like that's the sorceress. That's when she turns into a bird.
Stuff that only exists.
So we see the sorceress flying around here. Good old look at the Castle Grayskull. Oh, that looks so good. That looks solid. That looks so solid. I had that toy when I was a kid. I loved it. I still had it. Actually, I have a lot of He-Man stuff. I think it's at my mom's house, like in a basement somewhere.
King tigers.
You tell me to come and get
spaceships and magic swords that can make a man.
So we're getting the sword right there's the sword. Looks perfect. That is the He-Man sword right there. That's the power sword. There was like one. He had one, and Skeletor had one. You could combine them together to make the superpower sword as the figures.
And as
it's totally our He-Man sword.
Where I come from, that stuff.
Some more shots of this Eternia.
Real.
In their city. And okay, so they're putting him on Earth. I know everyone hates that. I'm not a fan of that either, but they gotta find they have to. That's what they're gonna do. I mean, why they don't have just putting something on the fantasy planet, whatever. They gotta do this or tie it to Earth kind of story so it can kind of. They're gonna do that no matter what you do. I mean, there's literally nothing that's going to. I've already knew about this a long time ago, so I've already dealt with that, and I've gotten over the fact that they're doing it. So whatever. So we see he is on Earth. He's doing all this research. He is looking for the sword. And we'll call this out with another scene coming up because everyone's like, oh, the hell, He-Man exists because there's figures. They're just barbarian figures, people. It's fantasy figures because people still believe in barbarians and stuff. You see some more of the battle.
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe.
His mother, some good
So I
fight.
sent you to a
So
place I knew that
everybody's
they'd never
suits, all
find
the
you.
suits and designs look good. So she sent in Earth. Let's get to the biggest controversy. The bigger grifter controversy is this scene right here, because people are so stupid they don't get the joke. His name is Prince Adam. He becomes He-Man. Him is literally the same thing as He-Man. It's just it's a wordplay joke. It's literally, there's people that, oh my god, the cider pronouns, blah blah blah. It's a normal everyday things in the world. Okay, people allowed to do it. I don't give a crap if I don't give a crap about it. I mean, someone wants to list their pronouns. It's their choice. They're allowed to do that. It's just words. The unironically is it's a joke, and you would think the people on the extreme other side would be the ones getting mad because they're making a pronoun joke, because they're overly sensitive too. Both of those groups, shut up. It's just a joke. He's man, he, him. That's it. Boom. If you're whining about that, you're a moron. Sorry, you are.
This obsession with nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good
So he's
look
looking for a
human
sword.
resources.
So he finally finds out someone has a sword.
I know it sounds crazy. but that
And he's in a
sword-
comic shop. Once again, these are just fantasy figures. They're not technically supposed to be He-Man.
is gonna show me
Same
the
as
way
that.
home.
Now there's some details because people because I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, it's a statue of He-Man." Yes and no. It's a statue depicting one of the first concepts of He-Man. I think his name was Vicor or Micor or something like that. And they did actually, like, I think in the Netflix may have brought him up a little bit too. Well, they did kind of make him canon that he was a previous holder of the sword, but that it's just the for this was He-Man was originally going to look like.
Is gonna show me the way home.
Sir, you can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
People whine about it's too Marvel-like because it's a joke. You didn't watch the original cartoon. If you're mad about them being some light humor in this show, Orko was comic relief. Cringer was comic relief. Skeletor's henchmen were the Three Stooges. Skeletor was comic relief. He-Man dropped one-liners all the time. This was the most comical of all the 80s cartoons. G.I. Joe was more serious. Transformers was more serious. Thundercats was more serious. Mask was more serious. Dino Riders was more serious. I could go on. I lived through this shit. Okay, most of you didn't, so shut the fuck up. And he also, I think, because Adam is supposed to be kind of cowardly and weak, I think his Adam voice there was pretty good. I liked his Adam voice. He kind of gives off that impression. And
Hang on.
so we can
It's
get
about to
a
go.
glimpse of it, because we actually see there's our sorcerer. There's the sorceress in her human form. So we actually get one little quick glimpse of the sorceress, who's played by one of the probably biggest cast members in the movie. We'll talk about the other one here in a minute too.
Hang on. It's about to get weird.
So that's our first little glimpse of Teela. So now we get to our second biggest gripe here. All right, so we get our main cast. We have, now I don't know if they were going straight to Battle Cat or if that's going to be Cringer. Cringer's supposed to be a cowardly lion. I don't think they're going to go with that route. So, I mean, if you're railing about it's too comical, you've already seen one of the comedy relief characters of the cartoon is being depicted in a more serious way here. So shut the fuck up again. I mean, good thing I'm not monetized because I'd probably lose it here because I'm going to tell a lot of y'all to shut. All right, so we have a kind of a slightly new design here for Roboto. I mean, it's better. I mean, it's a robot character. I think it looks fine. Obviously, we have Man at Arms. Looks that is very similar to his comic suit. Yes, he's played by Idris Elba. So, and then there's Teela here, and she's played by an actress. I had to look her up over here. What's her name? Where's Tila not at the top? There she is. Camila Mendez. I think she was in Riverdale. So people are whining about these two. What? She's got red tint in her hair. You got Idris Elba to sign up for your movie. That's the biggest cast member, the biggest actor in the movie. You give him whatever role he wants. Ooh, he's picking the secondary character, whatever. Would you prefer they created a brand new character and made him one of the main roles of the movie? Because, yeah, that would have really made you happy too, wouldn't it have? So what? It's Man-at-Arms. It's not that big of a deal. Get over it. Once again, I have figures. I'm allowed to say that. Tila's outfit is pretty similar to the cartoon as well, but instead of being shorts, they gave her leggings. Also, not that big of a deal. Gooners, you can chill. But I mean, obviously, we always see Adam is in his pink shirt because he wears a pink vest. So they're keeping true to that, the color designs for the character. But I think they all look really good. I think these characters look great. Good shot of them arriving. Yeah, I am not. Oh, I will admit, I am not positive what vehicle that is. I can't get a good enough shot on it. I've heard I had to use it, so I'm not remembering what vehicle that is, though. I do not recall the vehicle, but there was that is a vehicle from the cartoon. Then we have the flyers. So they may have done some tweaks to them here and there. So there was a vehicle that had a rotary spinner. So it might be just a redesign of that. Remember, it was like black and had like a red spike spinner thing around it. So I think it was in the cartoon. I think it was supposed to fly. So let's see if we get anybody else in the scene. There's people in the background, but we can't. There we go. We'll see him better later. There's Fisto. You can see the big giant fist. So that's Fisto. And that might be someone there.
What am I supposed to do?
Bad guy reveal. Oh, they nailed that look. That looks so good. Skeletor looks so good.
Take the sword.
Amazing. I can't remember that guy's name off the top of my head. It was a villain. That was like a porcupine.
Take the sword.
Bad at pausing. Let's see. Do I see his name over here, maybe? Well, there. He's in the movie, we know. Oh, okay. Well, there's people named here that on IMDb that aren't even named there that we haven't seen. All right, so I can't remember that character's name with the porcupine dude.
Protect them.
Remember his bad guy boy. There's my boy. I wish we would have got some better look at him.
Protect them.
Oh, we kind of actually do right there, doesn't it?
What?
He pulled the sword out.
You protect them.
Yeah, there it is. There's Trapjaw. Got the green face, the blue body, the helmet. They got the robot arm. So we kind of see him there getting ready to swing. So Trapjaw he looks very. It's so hard. Come on. I can't really get the good focus. So there's our Beast Man. Now it's mad at me. So we got some Beast Man. Reunite with his mom. Of course, there's a look at Evil Lynn. Fighting Tila, because that's what obviously you always fight. Oh yeah, look at his face. We get the I have the power. Oh, and that shot looks so gorgeous, man. It looks like boom. You see this. You do it. Grayskull appears behind him like it always would in the cartoon. When he ever does, you always see Grayskull appear behind him. So that is so cartoon accurate. We see him do a little some sword fighting there. Looks nice. Snake Mountain. Nice. Some Skeletor. The goat staff. Boom. And then he has a boom. Looks solid. Looks so good. Yeah, the purple effects going with it because it was always purple there. This looks so good, man. I'm so excited for this. So I just, like I said, Idris Elba's Man in Arms. Morena Baccarin. And so you know her from, she was the girlfriend in the Deadpool movies. She was in the V for Vendetta revival TV show, which I really liked, that got canceled. She was in Gotham. She's done quite a bit. She, like I said, she's probably the second biggest name in the movie because she's become pretty popular herself. So Deadpool, Serenity. She's back for the Serenity Firefly days. So back from there. She was in Greenland too, which I never got around to seeing. I haven't seen Greenland 1, so what was it? The Elevation movie. Yeah, okay, I do remember her in that. She was in a lot. She was playing. Oh, she's the voice of Gideon in the Flash. So that means she was been. So I mean, so she's done tons of stuff. Evelyn is Allison Brie, famous obviously from the show Community. She did the Glow Netflix wrestling show, which I heard was really good. If you didn't know, that's something you may have also known her from. If you didn't know Community, and she's does some work. She's pretty. She's a nice, good actress. I've always liked Allison Brie. Our Superman is Nicholas Gazantine. Not much. Not pretty much. Not a very big actor out there. He played a prince in the Cinderella live action movie that was made in 2021. I Did Love You, Purple Hearts, Red, White, and Royal Blue. So yeah, nothing that me personally is familiar with. Oh, he did like the Craft sequel that I've never watched. So he's virtually a newcomer. The robot we saw was being voiced by Kristen Wiig. His parents are played by James Purfoy and Charlotte Riley. So we have a person listed for Goatman. I'm assuming, is this supposed to be like He-Man? Is this supposed to be Beastman? Like they were covered up Beastman? I don't know why they. I have no idea who this guy is. I think he played from Game of Thrones. Yeah, he was the Mountain in Game of Thrones. So we got the Mountain from Game of Thrones playing Goatman. So I'm assuming that has to mean Beastman. Why they're hiding Beastman's name? Not positive. Tila, like I said, is Camila Mendez. She was in the Riverdale show, which I know some people liked. I never watched it. Was never be an Archie guy. I think that's her only real big calling was that. So our main tour. So as I said, your main tour, like smaller up and coming actors. So that's why you want to surround them with some name acts. So you have Idris Elba, Maureen Bracco, who are pretty much A-list celebrities. And then you got a lot of the B-list TV kind of people, like or Kristen Wiig's actually probably, I guess I would say, is probably kind of big as well. But she's just doing a voiceover. Maybe high B for her, maybe. But then you got the Allison Blair's, the Mountain. Some of our other guys we know. Trap Jaw is Sam C. Wilson. I bet you that one scene where we saw the guy that had that glowing thing in the background, but that was the character I just saw there. So some of the henchmen are pretty much up and comers. Oh, there's a young Tila, so we get a flashback. Triclops is Koji Ata. So that was good. That's going to be a race swap character too. So I'm sure people will complain about that, even though no one knows. Most people don't even know who the hell Triclops is. Raman is Zhan Zhang. He gets a goatee. Yeah, he gets that goatee out. I think he was actually kind of looked like Ram Man. How did it do? Yeah, not really. He was in a Fast and the Furious. Oh, he says looks like he just did a lot of stunts on. He was a stuntman. Mechanic is James Wilkinson. So, like I said, we haven't. There's people in this trailer that aren't even named here. This is kind of his first role. So they got like a pretty solid cast here. His director is Travis Knight, who's done Paranormal, The Box Trolls, Kudo and the Two Strings, The Missing Link. He did Bumblebee. It's up and on. I mean, a lot of people liked it. I don't know. There was, a lot of people did like Bumblebee. That's right. He's only directed Bumblebee and the Kudo and the Two Strings. So what was his other stuff? What was his role? Director? Oh, producer. Okay, he's producer on some of this other stuff. Writers. It's Chris Butler. He did Paranormal, so it looks like they've worked together. It looks like he's worked on stuff. They've all worked on stuff with. He's a writer that's worked with him on some of his other stuff there. Ernie. And he's also been a director. He's been a director on some stuff. As a writer, he's only. Oh, this is his first real writing credit. That and something else he's got coming out. So he was the director for a lot of stuff. Clark Kent Has a Dream. What is that? Stuff I've never heard of. So he's kind of a newer commodity on the scene. Boom, go away. Oh, that's director's his brother. Wait, is this the same guy? Adam and Aaron Nee, are they twins? I mean, two A names. I think, yeah, I'm looking at a picture of them side by side. They might be twins. Looks like he worked on the same stuff with him. He's actually done some acting. All right, so a writer that normally works with Travis Knight and looks like a couple brothers that are new on the scene. So, I mean, I see enough to make. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna say it's like. So they send him to Earth. With the power sword, he gets separated. As a kid to protect him, so he's got to find that sword because he wants to go home. So let's talk about him going home and defeating the evil Skeletor. Oh, that's what we did not talk about. We skipped that part. Skeletor is played by the infamous Jared Leto. I mean, it's possible he's the guy in the suit because it looks like it almost is kind of like just like a muscle suit kind of thing. He's definitely the voice, and I've seen some reviews that saw test screens for the movie and said his voice was pretty good. It reminded him of a mix of Tim Curry's Pennywise with mixed with something else from Tim Curry, or mixed with like Tim Curry's Rocky. I think I remember him saying it. I mean, the guy just makes a lot of duds. I mean, he's not an incapable actor. Keep in mind, people, Robert Downey Jr. was down and out at one point too before he came back. So I have to see. I mean, they clearly don't let him talk in the trailer here, so we'll have to see if they reveal the voice. To be fair, Skeletor is supposed to be kind of whiny, so I'll keep open-minded on that. He does look freaking fantastic, though. The Skeletor looks amazing. So obviously the face is all CGI, mostly at least going to be heavy CGI. There was might be a prosthetic that they alter, but we see like the mouth opening and stuff there. So I am super hyped for this. I cannot wait. This is going to be my movie of the year. I mean, yes, there's an Avengers movie. Oh, actually, mate. Ooh. Your movie's coming out this year. No, wait. Did your movie get pushed back? Did the Godzilla movie get pushed back, or is it still this year? Yeah, Godzilla got pushed back to 2027. They're set to be released on March 26, 2077. Yeah, so Godzilla got pushed back. That's right. Or was it always 2077? But it's next year. So we got another year for Godzilla. We will get Godzilla -0 in November, so that I guess would be the only other thing that might be. I'd be super hyped for that too. Yes. All right. So you might get beat by Godzilla -0. So I will. But you're the biggest. This is the biggest summer movie for me. The biggest first half of the year movie. The Spider-Man's gonna be whatever. Spider-Man. Supergirl does look really good. Of course, at the end of the year, we're also going to get a Dune 3, which Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday is scheduled to come out the same year, but same day. That's what's stupid. I would hope somebody changes that, but that's for another topic altogether. I am hyped for this movie. I cannot wait. I think they did a great job. They're staying very faithful to the comics, to the cartoon. Everyone's kind of act the same. The nitpicks on this, I think, are the most pettiest, stupidest shit in the world. Oh, he's got pronouns. His name is a pronoun. They raise up some whatever. It's not like this is like super iconic IEP. This is an 80s cartoon that was made to sell toys. I own the original. I think it was only 2 seasons as well. I own both of them on my Vudu. You go back and watch them. They are pretty cringe. As for it's got more, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's gonna be all jokes. You never watched a cartoon. Orko, comic relief. Cringer, comic relief. The Henchmen were like Three Stooges. Skeletor was comic relief. There was He-Man dropped jokes, all the one-liners all the time in his fights. The show was comedy. A lot of comedy in it to appeal to kids. So, sorry. The show was MCU before the MCU was MCU. So yeah, whatever. Oh, He-Man's not bulky enough. You realize that He-Man in the cartoon had the exact same body as every other male in the cartoon. They all had the same body. He-Man and Prince Adam both had the same body. He just took off. He just changed clothes. All he literally does is change clothes. He-Man's power is magical. His strength is from magic. He's magically strong. That's where he gets his magic from. It's not that he turns into He-Man and gets bulky. He technically doesn't change shapes at all. Now the Netflix remake cartoon he does, and I think there was the remake cartoon in the early 2000s that they put. There was definitely a design difference between Prince Adam and He-Man, but the original cartoon they were the same body size. He had the same body as Man-at-Arms, the same body as Trapjaw, the same body as Merman, the same body as Skeletor, the same body as Stratos, the same body as Many-Faces. They all had the same body because all the toys also had the same body. The cartoon drew them to look like the toys because the toys only had like one mold and they would just make slight changes because He-Man was originally supposed to be Conan figures. Newsflash. Mattel bought the rights to make figures for the Conan movie. And then the Conan movie came out and it was R-rated and had boobies and blood and guts and killing in it. And they're like, yeah, we can make toys about that. So they came up with the idea of He-Man to save their asses since they already started designing barbarian figures. So they're pretty lazy. Is the male figures all had the same body. The female figures all shared the same body. There was no difference in the sculpting in the bodies at all. They all looked exactly the same with maybe just costumes things molded to them instead. So He-Man doesn't get big and bulky because he becomes He-Man. He literally just is the same human being that he was before, just with stronger, because it's magic. That's how it works. It's magic. So the guy looks fine. He's well toned. We saw him as He-Man in the scene in one of the scenes here. So where did he turn into He-Man? Yeah.
I have the power!
So you see him. He's pretty super toned. He can easily everybody who's bitching about his looks. He could beat all of your asses. You should get a good look right here. Boom. He's got 6-pack. He's muscular. He's got the right outfit. So the outfit. He looks like a realistic muscle human, built human. He's well toned and everything. So he looks fine. All right. So there. Hype for this movie. Anybody's like dissing it for stupid stuff. Well, then you're a moron. I don't care if I piss you off. I piss you off. I don't care. I like to piss off. If people are grifting on just for they want their hate clips. I don't. This movie looks fantastic, and that is the bottom line. And with that, Kachoro out.